the She Who Knows. Or is us thriving him is part of the problem here. Next turn we can purify. What is that? Why wouldn't you do that on... Oh, he'd overflow his rose if he did on Koshé. That makes sense. Kind of the issue we're having. He just got too much, I think. I think he just got too much. Purify. Do this. Boom. That gets us to 100. Well, we're up by 1. Let's just see how big Meteor Shower can be here. Hopefully it's good. I don't think it's going to be enough. Alright, Meteor Shower playing for 38 points. Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's enough. Let's see what his last card is. It's probably like Igni or Yurden or something. This actually worked out much better than if we did have the Mamuna, considering how many Selfeaters we got. We got more Selfeaters than non-pointed cards. Is this going to be enough? I don't think so. Oh, it is enough. We beat him in the point slam round. GG. 148, 135. What a close game. Today we're going to be playing Relics with Selfeaters. A lot of Selfeaters, hopefully. And the reason we're going to do this is because Selfeaters and Relics in general are a deck that naturally play Ehorax, which is a good answer to Renfri if they don't have it in their hand yet. Messes them up. So that's part of the reasoning here. I know the pictures are screwed up right now, but don't worry about it. This is Ehorax. So that's part of the reason why. The reason is we don't play a lot of monsters, and most of the monster stuff's pretty toxic. So we're going to go with this. So we are running She Who Knows. That is our target for the Ehorax. You always put that back in your deck if you draw it. We've got the Triss Meteor Shower, which looks like a Drowner right now. Hold on a sec, I'm going to fix the pictures. This is how you fix the pictures, by the way. I'm pretty sure most of you know this. Yeah, okay, there we go. Triss Meteor Shower, I thought would be a fun inclusion. You could do something like Yaga. You could run more control, like Vigo's Muzzle or something, and then get 2 provisions somewhere else. I wanted to run Triss Meteor Shower. The reason we're running Triss Meteor Shower is because hopefully we get our base powers boosted up really high, and she's a big play. So that is the idea here. Also, the 4 Persian Bronzes, the Lesser Witch in particular, spawns copies of itself, hopefully. And then you get extra units with Incubus. It brings out more than 1 unit a turn. And when you bring out more than 1 unit a turn, Triss Meteor Shower gets pretty good. So that is the idea here. We have the Mamuna. We have the Heatwave. This could be an Igni. Igni is better against, is better against certain things. Heatwave is better against other things. I opted for the Heatwave. If you just want artifact removal, you could also put in Verification, but I like Heatwave better in general, so we're having that. Then we have the Ehorax we mentioned. Mamuna's, by the way, it's going to be used with the Gansans here. We have the Caretaker, nice Purify card. It's really nice that Relics has this in it. You can run this for multiple Purifies. That being said, it's not like we have 2 Pellars, we just have the 1 Caretaker, so be careful when you want to use your Purifies. We're using Necromancer's Tome. Idea with Necromancer's Tome, if we bring back extra Selfeaters, the Incubus brings back an extra copy of itself. You play 1 round 2, 1 round 3. Just really good in general. If you do run Verification, you can transform it afterward, but I'd rather just run Heatwave. We have Necromancy, bring back your biggest Self-Eater. Pretty self-explanatory. The Ratcatcher S for the engine value. Operator to spawn extra Self-Eaters. You really want your Operator. I didn't, so much so that I really would have liked to include Triss Butterflies in the deck to draw it, but I couldn't find a spot for it unless you drop the Heatwave to Verification, which is why I thought about the Verification so much, is because you could drop this to Verification, then run Triss Butterflies to draw a card, but I wasn't super convinced. But anyway, we'll go with it. The Operator, it's not like a Renfri's Gang deck, and the one we made a few videos ago in Northern Realms where you really need the Operator. It's nice to have the Operator round 1. You don't need it round 1 like you do in the other decks, what I'm trying to say here. And I didn't want to run the Curse Scroll because Crystal Soul is so good on Self-Eaters. We've got our Gansans, the Incubuses, Witch Apprentices, pretty self-explanatory. Teleportation to make the Gansans bigger, to replay stuff. It works really well in here. The Lesser Witches, I threw in a Squirrel. I had Xavier, but I had to cut Xavier to fit in the Necromancy. I think Necromancy is worth it, so we just have the one Squirrel. I'm not sure that's enough, we'll see. But we do have Heat Wave for an additional banish, so hopefully that's good enough. And we have the 2 Drowners. Could go 1 Drowner. I like 2 Drowners. Drowners are really nice for moving stuff. There's a surprising amount of cards that are actually row-locked. The biggest one being Keltalus. You can move the Keltalus so you don't lose the game. We also have a Heat Wave, so you can also move the Defender and then Heat Wave the Keltalus for an auto win, pretty much. That's what we're going with. Pretty simple explanation of the deck here, and we're doing Force of Nature. You can also do a similar deck in Fruits of Yizgith, when you run, and that's where you'd probably run the, where's Gurnikora / Bloody Mistress? We don't have her in here. Oh, Yaga's actually an option, by the way. You could probably swap Triss for Yaga. Just hovered over him and thought about it. But yeah, you could do that. But yeah, the other thing is you could run Bloody Mistress, but without the leader, I think it's a little hard to keep the little guy, the fruits, alive, so I'm not gonna do that here. But yeah, that's the deck. Let's go try it out. Most likely a Tactical Decision Renfri deck. Could be a mill deck though. Keep that in mind. If it's a mill deck with Operator, we could teleport mill him back, which would be really funny, but I don't think that's going to happen. Instead, we just want to make sure we have all of our good cards if possible. If it's a Renfri deck, we want the Squirrel, so we're gonna keep that. Teleport's probably not worth it. So we are first. We have Operator, but no Selfeater. That is a bit annoying. Actually, a lot annoying. And no Equirax either for the Renfri. This is just a really bad hand overall for round 1. We don't have anything going for us. Like, we can't actually play an engine card. Guys, we just played Incubus. I mean, it's pretty bad. He knows our hand's terrible now. Sunset Wanderers probably means Renfri. So that's a problem. I guess we just play this. Like, we don't have cards to play.
This ship, a fine vintage it would have made.
I guess if we kept the teleport, it would have been nice, but oh well. It would have taken so long to keep the teleport. They wouldn't have had some of these other cards. We should play these all ranged, by the way, because of Triss.
Do not make me beg.
Yeah, he's got his Renfri now.
When pigs fly, eh?
Let's get our Sabbath. He's gonna remove something. Should have operated that, but I wasn't thinking. Focus a little more, I guess. Let's see. Could have operated this for the bonded. It's not awful. Yeah, I'm not against that. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll do that. Yeah, might as well hold on to that. Oh, he's gonna pass. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So he has his Renfri in his hand. So we want to hold on to Squirrel so we can't Asira it round 3, but then he goes first round 3. So we just want to Heat Wave the Renfri, I think. That's our plan here. Okay. Let's see. Incubus, not good. Selfeaters, nice to finally have. Shoe back. Now we want you in the deck from Amuna. Interesting. Do we have what it takes here? He's going to have locks, right? And we don't have a Purify card. We'd like to play a little bit so we can hopefully get She Who Knows off. What do we get off of Necromancer's Tome? We get Incubus and Lesser Witch. Is that worth it? Actually, if Vilka forces the Self-Eater, can we get that back somehow? I don't think so. I think here's worth banishing. Interesting. This is a 6, right? Yeah, Blightmaker's a 6. So let's just go with a Selfeater. If he kills it, we can Incubus it back. Maybe play the Tome. We'll see how we feel here. But he has the Snowdrop Point Slam thing here. We need to force that out. I'm not sure you want to be doing that, my friend.
To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
I guess he does want to be doing it. We actually don't have very many relics, if we're being honest here. Let's see, what do we summon back? Probably summon this guy back, right? It's not terrible. I think we want to play the Tome, though. I think we do want the Tome. If you can make more copies, that is actually really good for him to have these. Okay. Let's give him... We're going to summon back Witch Apprentice or this guy. Probably that guy. So we don't have the Mamuna. And want to get to Sabbath. Sabbath doesn't really do much. That's probably still the best choice, though. We can summon this back, then.
Snap and done. A clean kill.
Give us Point Slam if we want. We've got Teleport for him now, too. Okay, ew, that hurts.
Do you think you can catch me?
No Teleport. We could Teleport Incubus. And then banish this and bring back Selfeater. That's not bad. Yeah, let's Teleport you. We'll give him this guy, and we'll get back a Selfeater. It's not too bad. There's the Snowdrop. We did need to force this out. Definitely. He has Vilga Forts still, so we'll get the Shikunoas will get Vilga Forts. There's that. Let's see. This summons back a Lesser Witch. Trying to think of how much room we need range. We put this here, we go to 7 units, 8, 9, 10. Let's just put this melee. There's another one of those. He just runs 2 of them.
Oh, come on.
That's super annoying. Now I wish our stuff was ranged. Let's go with the She Who Knows so we can hit it with Vilga Forts. So it's really looking bad, to be honest here. This looks really bad. Really bad. Oh, let's go with the Squirrel. I think we have to 2-0 him to win this game, because he's going to have the Renfri. There's no way we do this without 2-0ing him. He's going to get a She Who Knows now.
It's a pity I can never finish.
We can Heat Wave it. Though we can't Heat Wave the Snowdrop, it's probably fine. He's probably going to Leader. Snowdrop's going to be safe. Meteor Shower is going to be our only chance here.
I need not spill blood.
Is it worth going for, though? I think we have to, right? We can't let him play Renfri round 3. So what's this? +3, +5, that's 8, 11, 15. He's going to Vilga Forts this, so it doesn't really count. 17. Plus she's going to play for 5. Okay, this is actually good. It's probably worth it. I think it's our only chance. So we're going to do this. We do this. Go from 55. 81. Let's see if he has the Renfri. So yeah, he's going to do this for sure. This probably gives him a bunch of points. So like that right there is 13, right? What's he gonna play? Renfri and carry the leader.
They'll pay for my
We look for the passive one, right? Gets the passive 5, we lose the game. Yeah, that's it. GG. Nothing we can do about that, sadly. We'll try and make something happen here, but it's not gonna happen. At least we have She Who Knows. Like, maybe there's a chance with She Who Knows. What do we... We have a, what's it called? We've got this guy, right? We can go into that, potentially. That's Point Slam. That's good. Witch Apprentice. Is there a better card than Witch Apprentice? Witch Apprentice is probably the best card. We'll go with it. I don't think this will be enough. Especially if he has got Vilgefortz here. The worst case scenario is if Vilgefortz is out this thing. He probably still has an Igni too. These things, the Mage Infiltrators really messed with us this game.
Watch close.
I mean, Steel 7. We should play Ratcatcher S. If he's got an Igni, he'll hold off here. Then we can boost this to an 11, hopefully. Because we'll do Mamuna and the dude from Mamuna. Yeah, we expected that. So we go Mamuna. It's going to be 8. We got 13. Do we get the play here? Yeah, we got the play. No, we get to 22, right? Mamuna. Because we have to play this.
A witch's best friend is a pig.
This plays for 11, which gets us to 24, which is one short of the Sabbath. Is that a Sihil? What on earth? It's Sihil Renfri. I didn't notice the 26 cards. Wow. That's interesting. That's gonna change a lot. Last card's Sihil for 2 damage. Oh, we might actually win this. We'll do this. Do this. That's a GG. What the heck? I didn't notice the Sihil somehow. Weird. Looks like our first opponent is going to unsurprisingly be Double Cross Renfri. I have been recording my games lately. I'm going to release a video on the statistics of my matchups this season because I think it's interesting. But this is the most common deck I've played this season. Alright, so looking at our hand here, we've got Selfeater, Lesser Witch rather. Incubus is really not a good round 1 card. Muna's nice to have. These guys could be good. It depends on if he answers us or not. Realistically, though, I think we'll put back our teleport with us is really good. Let's put back our Incubus for now. I don't think we're going to need it. We do have 2 Selfeaters, which means we can be greedy with the first one, hopefully. By the way, greedy, we don't really have a choice being greedy. Greedy is if you go first, and you have the Crystal Skull. It's really unfortunate we didn't get our Ehorax here, considering he's a Renfri player. So that's a bit annoying. Another good card to have here would have been our Caretaker, because he's probably unlocked this. No lock, that's fine.
Defeat them with
I'm gonna
hunger.
damage it instead. I think we'll just play our second Selfeater.
I'm so damn tasty.
Got a
It's a
second
pity I
one.
can never finish.
I don't want to click this in case he has another Blight Maker and he could kill it. The token we make from it. I'd rather wait turn and trigger it with this Gansan. There's a Gansian. Should have checked how I pronounce this thing's name. Whatever. We're gonna call him Gan. Now hopefully he does something. 2 Selfeaters is a lot of engine value. We could have split the rows up, by the way, but I want to have the setup for this guy. Okay, he's going to go for a lock or a destroy. So we pick Nilfgaard for that. Assassination-coded weapons, any of that stuff is really bad for us. Any of the lock cards. There's 2 lock cards. This crossbowman. He's going to ping us down. That's fine. I mean, we could just teleport this thing next turn, which is probably what we're going to do. Let's do this. Engine's going. If he pings this again, we'll teleport it. Get his power back. It'll also trigger our other ones. We also got a Witch Apprentice coming up. So this is 1, 2, 3 engine value. 21. If he doesn't damage us, we can just go Witch Apprentice. Which is really good, actually. We have to not split, though. Right? Now, if we split, splitting gives the same total value. If we go 2 1s that go to 2 2s, that's worth 4. Otherwise, if we go 4 and split to 2 2s, it's also a 4. Same value. There's a poison. Okay, we can teleport that to remove the poison. Or we can go with the Witch Apprentice. Honestly, I'm a bigger fan of the teleport, I think. So we'll do that. We might just have the 2 poisons.
Touch a hair on my head, she said.
Of course, now if he has more than 2 poisons, we now make a bigger target for him. Make sure we put this guy back in our deck next round, by the way. It's looking okay so far. We have She Who Knows, unfortunately, in our hand. So our Mamuna... We've got Ehorax. Ehorax will pull out our Triss Meteor Shower. She's a 12, by the way. If she was a 13, none of this would work. It's our turn. He Vilgefortzed us? Interesting. We could just play She Who Knows. We could just play her. I'm kind of a fan of that idea. Let's just play her. We did get our Ratcatcheress from the Vilgefortz, so that wasn't too much of a tempo loss, which is really nice. We can't play this though because we want it for the Mamuna. I really wanted to play Witch Apprentice at some point. Oh, he's gonna get Heat Wave. That's annoying. Yeah, that's annoying. What are you gonna do though? Oh, please make more of those. That's so helpful. How big is our Selfeater getting, by the way? If the Selfeater gets big enough, we can just consume that with Mamuna, although we don't have one in deck, so it's not a great idea. I'd at least like to play as Lesser Witch. I'm just thinking, if we play the Lesser Witch, can we get out of the round easily? What do we got on our melee row? 17, so this gets us to... Oops, this gets us like 20. Well, it's plus. This is a 10-point play. It's because it's a 27, 38, and then this is a 9-point play with a +4. 38. That's 51. That'd be a good draw for the round. I think we'll just go with the Lesser Witch, honestly. I realized I was counting wrong because this gets a point too. We can play Witch Apprentice next turn. We have enough Selfeaters that the Selfeater value should carry us. It's just I don't want to have to commit the leader because Mamuna's kind of bad right now. There's Renfri. If he gets the Patience 1, we could be in a little bit of trouble because he'll spam it out right away. If he doesn't get the Patience 1, it's going to be a bit more of a commitment for him to decide whether or not to use it. He has Rune Mage, so he's probably going to get what he wants. It's Pride, right? Oh, Wrath. Wrath's really good here. It kills 3 of these. We just hope he doesn't get the Patience. Okay, he's got the 7 with the 8 damage. If he uses this... Please split it. Aw, sad. Okay, so I guess we have to give him a round here. But he has Renfried, and he's used it, and it's not Patience. And he's also Vilgefortzed. Our kind of issue here is that we need Meteor Shower And then Ehorax is kind of bad because it pulls out Meteor Shower otherwise. Okay, we got her. Ehorax isn't bad then. What does it give us? It's Caretaker, right? Yeah, because it's Caretaker. That's pretty good. So, like I said, we want this back in our deck. We honestly probably want the Witch's Apprentice back in our deck too as a backup in case he's got a Squirrel. Because if he banishes the Gansan, we don't really have a target. I guess we could do Lesser Witch, so we can keep the Witch Apprentice because it's good to have in hand. This isn't really a great card here. Ehorax isn't bad. Like I said, it gives us our big boy. Where is the Caretaker? He's in our hand. We must have drawn him. We did draw him. Shuffle back as Renfri. He sure did. My favorite thing. So if that's gone, we actually get Operator off of Ehorax. But you know what? We know we just put that back in his deck, and I am perfectly fine just removing it. And losing our Operator over it. Just get rid of it. He has no more Renfris now. It's dealt with. Then he's probably going to pass here. But if not, we can go for a card advantage with something like Mamuna. We'll see. And we're getting pretty close to Incubus getting a Witch Apprentice going. Okay, what's this going to be for? Vigo. Is he running Kingslayers? It's really annoying when they run Kingslayers. Nope, just a Blightmaker. That's not too bad. He's going for the tempo. We have Mamuna as an option. It's probably a good time to play it. He has Igni, so it's going to die. Right, it's going to die to Igni. That's annoying. If we're going to play this, we should probably do an Incubus first, though, in all honesty. So let's go with an Incubus. We'll give him back.
No worries. Sins of the flesh are my
The
specialty.
Renfri's gang being here is really nice, by the way. But the Self-Eater, potentially scary because he could use the Duchess Informant, so we'll give him a Renfri's gang. And then we will get out a... Where's our 10-point Self-Eater? This guy. Let's see what he wants to do. He might honestly Igni
I
this.
can never finish.
But I would like to have this to be able to split it before we go Mamuna. We'll see if he lets us. Uriden's not too bad because we have base power increases. There's a hunting pack. We could also just play Witch Apprentice. Let's split this guy. I think we do the Mamuna though. So we go here. Get rid of our Gansan. Boom. Put this guy down. And we should kind of win the round now.
Is it done yet?
24 plus 22. It's 26-point play. He's going to have to Igni it. Igni it is worth 17, but we still have good plays other than that. We'll just drop Witch Apprentice. His 17-point plays gets us on even again, and we just drop Witch Apprentice, so we should be fine. And we still have a Heat Wave for something if we need it. But I think we've shut him down at this point. Like, his whole plan is to get Renfri again. But it's not going to happen because we had our Ehorax again. So, kind of looks like his plan's been messed up. Okay, he still has the Arthood. Arthood is a bit scary because of the value you can usually get. But, I mean, we're not too concerned. Let's go with Self-Eater split here. We'll play this guy. Usually you play him in the same row as stuff, but here, since the Roderick's here, we can't die to an Assassination, so just put him here. And by the way, he doesn't have Assassination. We want that space for a Self-Eater spawn if we need it. But here, we should be pretty well off. He's got 5 cards, we've got 6. There's no Renfri. Arthood's still a threat. Necromancer's Tome is good if we could find a way to make it work here. And I think we can, because we can go It brings back Witch Apprentice and it brings back Lesser Witch, right? So that's good. This hand's probably good enough. It's probably good enough. It's probably good. The U boost from the range, we're gonna play our stuff ranged. So you can boost ourself that way. He still has an Igni most likely, but I think Igni and Artaud are his only power cards left. I think. We'll check on that. So we go, I think we go Necromancer's Tome, Lesser Witch, Witch Apprentice, Leader. Go from there. This should have been melee in case we filled up our ranged row, but we're not going to fill it up, so it shouldn't matter. He's doing something. This is going to be Artaud. It's going to be Brothans here. He does have that. We'll probably end up heat waving the Brothans, honestly. But whatever. Let's go Lesser Witch. Bring that back. It doesn't trigger the Bonded because the deploys first. It's still good to get the second Lesser Witch back, though. Give us poison. Fine. We have 2 Witch Apprentices, which gets us to 18, and this gets us to the Sabbath. Although, it might be worth just playing Caretaker here. It's probably worth just playing Caretaker. Because that should mess everything up. He probably only has 2 poisons. He probably only has the 2 Fangs of the Empire and this guy. So we shouldn't be able to be poisoned anymore. We do lose out on 4 points for Witch Apprentice, but if he poisoned that, we wouldn't have the Sabbath. So we actually don't lose out on any points if he was going to kill it with the poison. And then the Triss Meteor Shower is going to be a whole bunch of points, and we should get a win. Zap Zap. That's a little annoying, but he's actually starting to fill our row up. So we'll do this. We've got space for 2 more things on this row. One of them is going to be Meteor Shower, so if he has a Spying card left, we could be in trouble. He has not played an Emissary yet, so we could really mess everything up, but we don't have a choice here because we need the Sabbath. This is what I was saying about the Tome should have been melee. He still has an Igni, so like it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
I know the truth. I simply want you to admit it.
Probably just remove the Spying on this. And we're at 34, but this Meteor Shower should secure everything. Because we're not gonna... He can Igni us, but it's not gonna stop this. The base power is pretty high. Now we're at 57, and we could Heat Wave here. Yrden would be pretty good, but it's nowhere near enough. We need Artaud, like we said earlier. He does have that. No Igni or Yrden in this deck. And we'll just Heat Wave here to show the kind of points we can get off of this. We win by 39. That's pretty good. Overwhelming Hunger. So this is going to be Sir Scratch-a-Lot. We only have the Squirrel and Heat Wave. So that's going to be annoying. We need to draw them. Both, honestly. We need them both. Incubus, not a great round 1 card. This is. 2 Drowners, not really a thing we want. We really wanted Squirrel. That being said, he probably doesn't have an answer to Selfeater. I think we get more points than him round 1 until he plays his Crochet. I think maybe we can compete point-wise with him if we just hit the Crochet with Heat Wave. But if he's running the Crantier version, we've got a problem. Okay, honestly, he doesn't have Defender, so this is actually interesting. If he's greedy, we could hit him with Heat Wave, but these people, they've probably all learned by now not to be greedy, because being greedy is bad with this deck usually. split here. Get some points going. Boost this one up. Can't die. And then hopefully get Witch Apprentice going. There's no way he actually just lets us banish this, by the way. It's just wishful thinking. We're just going to have to outpoint him somehow. See, no one lets you do it anymore. That being said, we could heat wave this cat, which should be a round win. Do we heat wave the cat? We get 7 from this, right? So we go here. We'll leave him the cat for now. I think we have to heat wave Koshei. I think that's the key plan. Ooh, we got us there. Sniped. Yeah, we can just go Witch Apprentice again. This makes our tome worse, though. Just do it. We still have a teleport turn, too. It's not bad. There's the Ownermancy for the Necker. Drowner's only good on his Defender, really, but then he can move the Scratch a lot. So Drowner's good to move Defender so we can heat wave it, so I kind of want the Drowner. I think the Ratcatcheress is our best option here. He's just going to thrive all of his cards, which is really annoying. But the 2 Witch Apprentices should carry us here. In theory. Renew. That's interesting. So it's Renew Scratch a lot. Huh. I have not seen this. Things I have not seen I do not like. Teleporting gives him so much thrive. I think we do it anyway.
No, I don't nibble at them. They'd fall right out.
We really want to heat wave the Koshei, but I'm not sure we can anymore. We might have to get one of these Scratch-a-lots. That doesn't do anything, so give him thrive. I think we have to heat wave one of these cats. I don't think we have a choice. Like, we're gonna lose the round if we don't get rid of one. We should have gotten rid of it earlier, but I thought we'd be okay. Turns out we were definitely not okay. So we need to draw a Squirrel, and we need to get some way to get points over him round 2. He only played 4 Provision Bronzes, right? So we can't... The deck doesn't run any 5 Provision Bronzes, so we can't actually Incubus stuff. Other than our own Drowner, which is bad. I think we're going to have to pass this turn. Then have to have Squirrel for the Witch's Sabbath to have any chance. Then have to win round 2 somehow, which means we need Mamuna probably.
The realm of the living severs your chain, abandoned.
Yeah, this is our turn where we have to pass. There's no way we can win this round. Even if these are like cards he doesn't want to play, he can just click this and play one of them and be fine. Because Tome doesn't do anything. Caretaker's only a 7. We can use it on the Cave Troll. So that's nice, but... Oh, Alyssa Hensing.
Know that I was
He didn't play Witch's Sabbath.
Larissa de Winter herself.
So he only gets 2 rounds here then. Of course, that means he has the Witch's Sabbath in his hand. This is probably Witch's Sabbath Koshei. I don't see what else he'd do there. And that's obviously bad for us. Okay, Necromancer's Tome with this is good. No, this isn't great. Definitely not good here. Got the operator. Operators are a really good draw. The problem is we can't kill Koshe anymore. So we had to heat wave that round 1 to not lose on even. Which is Sabbath also kind of messes with us. We have to see what that gives us. Meteor Shower is really key here, because the Witch's Sabbath gives us 3 cards. It's going to be our Ratcatcheress, this, which makes Mamuna a lot worse, and this. 2 of those are engines, which is good. So actually, we want to be Mamuna-ing a Self-Eater this round, which we want a Self-Eater in deck. Probably the best thing. We want this in deck then. This, we have first place, so this is probably good. Teleports, okay. I don't really want Drowner. Okay. So I think we just open with the Squirrel. I know it's great tempo, isn't it? But we have to stop something here. What's he get? How many does this have? Boost by 8. So this is a 12. This is a 15 with the Death Wish. No, it's a 4. Let's get rid of this. Makes his Witch's Sabbath worse. The Witch's Sabbath's probably better for us overall now. By the way, we didn't draw the Mamuna, so what I was saying kind of doesn't matter with the Mamuna Self-Eater. I was saying if we did draw it. If we don't draw it... So there's the Cave Trail. We will put a Purify on him, but it's not going to like really matter. So let's go for the Necromancer's Tome. Play it in this row. We'll try and get all of our points stacked in the range row. Triss Meteor Shower is going to be kind of key here. You know, I really thought we had the Mamuna in our hand. Ooh, that's annoying. Hopefully he banishes. Hopefully he banishes that guy. So he's obviously getting set up for Witch's Sabbath, which is annoying. He banished a Self-Eater, right? The big one? No, he banished the Ratcatcheress. So that's gonna be very annoying. The Ratcatcheress is gone. We don't have Necromancer's Tome either. What am I talking about? We already played it. What do you want to do? I think we want to do this. Get them one of these. Where's our big one? There's a 7. That's an 8. He's gonna banish something else. Probably our Gansand this time, right? Double banish. This is actually getting really annoying. Can you stop banishing stuff? We have Tome. We can just teleport back another one from the Tome before we lose all of them. It's probably worth it. It's probably worth it. Let's split this and let's teleport this one. Get another one back.
It's a pity I can never finish.
This is... I did not purify this. Why doesn't it have the defender on it? Gonna lose another card. I really hope he doesn't max our row out. Okay, good. This is not the best for him here, in all honesty. If he was... It would have been really bad for us if he filled up our range row, because that would have messed with Triss. But I think we're good here. I think we can generate enough points that even his Sir Scratch-A-Lot can't match us. That should be good. We have to make sure we don't overfill our rows. We're definitely splitting this one. We need room for 4 units, so let's just put those 4 units ranged and then put Triss there and just fill up our melee row. That's probably the best choice here. We'll put our big units ranged for Triss. Yeah, that's probably the best option here.
Wouldn't touch a hair on my head, she said.
Go She Who Knows. This guy. There's the Crochet, like I said. Meteor Shower is going to be our big card here. Split you again. We need room for 4 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have that room. So we can split this again. Let's go here.
It's a pity I can never finish.
Let's just remove his defender. Give him a little bit of a freight. We'll see how many points we can get here. It's going to be a point race. Crochet is kind of crazy with her scratch a lot, but, you know, we have a lot of Selfeaters. We do have a lot of Selfeaters. So it's not hopeless. So unlock one of them. That's fine, I think. I'm actually really curious how big this Triss Meteor Shower is going to be. I think he's got more points than us. We almost have this unlocked, by the way, so we're going to hold off on the leader until we have that. There's the She Who Knows. Or is us thriving him is part of the problem here. Next time we can purify. What is that? Why wouldn't you do that on... Oh, he'd overflow his rows if we did on Crochet. That makes sense. Kind of the issue we're having. He just got too much, I think. I think he just got too much. Purify. Do this. Boom. That gets us to 100. Well, we're up by 1. Let's just see how big Meteor Shower can be here. Hopefully it's good. I don't think it's going to be enough. Alright, Meteor Shower playing for 38 points. Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's enough. Let's see what his last card is. It's probably like Igni or Yurden or something. This actually worked out much better than if we did have the Mamuna, considering how many Selfeaters we got. We got more Selfeaters than non-pointed cards. Is this going to be enough? I don't think so. Oh, it is enough. We beat him in the point slam round. GG. 148, 135. What a close game. Alright, so we have the Blood Scent Renfri again. Is this again? Don't recall. I don't remember which games we were playing in the warm-up ones versus the actual recording. Let's see what we've got. Okay, this is actually good if we've got the Bonded, potentially. This is good for Nekarot. This is good for this, but I think we just want 1. Tom's not bad. This isn't good this round. That is good, which means we want this back in our deck. Alrighty, well, let's go for it. Go for it. Well, at least we got rid of him. He still has his Renfri, but no Ragus Reborn. It's not terrible. Rather have Renfri gone, but what are you going to do? There's Garkin. Go in here with this guy. If it gets low enough, we can just Crystal Skull it. I don't want to Crystal Skull now in case it gets removed, but we'll see. Do have time here. Okay, not time anymore for this Witch Apprentice. We'll play our Lesser Witch here. There's second Lesser Witch. It's pretty good value. He's gonna draw his Renfri, or if he doesn't have the Renfri, he'll get Oriana probably. So hold on to Drowner. Could be Unseen Elder. Do this. The Witch Apprentice. We don't have too much engine value, honestly. That we'll probably end up having to Heat Wave.
They're surprisingly clean creatures, as it happens.
The thing that this having Veil is kind of bad because it can't resilience itself, but not really much we're gonna do here. We could do Teleport again, honestly. Teleport again's pretty good. It's not that good, actually. I think we have to remove this guy. The thing is, she's not gonna get Veil, but we can teleport this and he'll get the Veil, so it's fine. Like, we're not missing out on She Who Knows, but he might think we are. So next time we do this. Unless he passes. If he passes this turn, it's bad. He's not going to. So this is the teleport time then. Gets us a heal, and gives us a target for the She Who Knows as well. Because we don't want her getting locked at this point. Has Veil Buddy. Do we just pass? I think we just pass. He wins uneven, but we have She Who Knows as carryover, so it's not the end of the world. Again, Sand Guy, he's here. It's fine. Can honestly teleport him again if we need to. Drowner probably do want. Probably not teleport though. Mamuna, yes. We have Selfeaters. We do not, right? So we'd have to do this on Witch Apprentice if we had it. Which means this isn't bad for round 3. Drowner. I think we keep this. Okay, that's good with me. Round 3, here we come. We got that Mamuna on this guy now, so we can put it back. Now it's in the graveyard. And let's see what we draw into. Again, teleport, not good here. Let's see. So we're going to Mamuna for this. So this should be in our deck. This is okay. We've got 2 Selfeaters. 2 of you. 2 of you. Is that any good? He's got a 4, a 4, a 5, and a 5. We've got 4s, 1, 5. We don't really want incubuses. Just put back teleport though. This is an operator. Really wanted Triss, but we don't have her. That's okay. We'll just go operator. Let's begin the operation. He still has Renfri, so our good stuff's gonna get answered. But if this dies, we're gonna play Tome. Tome's gonna be pretty bad, but I expect our stuff to die, right? Because we're gonna get probably nothing off of Tome unless he kills our cards, but he's gonna kill our cards. Do we move that, or are we scared of an Oriana? It gives the Oriana points anyway, is the thing, though. Let's just play all of our Selfeaters. Selfeaters is going to be where it's at. Tome's going to do basically nothing, which is bad, but what are you going to do? Unless he Renfries to start killing stuff. There's Flutter. Okay, so... Are we scared of Oriana? That remains the question.
Hey, you are what you eat. Once you make a stain organic, it's rude.
Just gonna keep playing as Selfeaters while we debate whether or not we're scared of an Oriana. We are scared of an Oriana, but what happens does he actually have one?
Hey, you are what you eat.
So what do we give him back? So we're gonna give him a Garkin. I think we give him an Incubus back and get our Witch's Apprentice. What are we at? 15. I don't actually know if we get Sabbath here. So we give him this, and we get this.
When pigs fly, eh?
Is there a benefit to holding off on this card on our leader? Not really, so we'll play it. Let's see. Oriana's the scariest thing he's got. We're gonna keep holding this Drowner, just in case. We can't make any more cards though, because we'll overfill our rows. Rune Mage is getting ready for Renfri. See what he wants. Probably another Flutter if he's super lucky. That's not bad for him. It's actually really good because it triggers the Necrots. Renfri is going to be a problem, especially with Wrath. He's going to get it. Okay, so we go Mamuna. Banish this. We play this. That's 97. We have a lot of points, but he still has Renfri. Renfri's very scary. We're gonna end up necromancying a 4. Alright, let's see what he picks.
They'll pay for my stolen birthright.
There's Pride, so we're gonna lose probably this Witch Apprentice. And then what else we got here? 8 more damage. It's annoying, but we're up quite a bit still. The thing is, Oriana's really scary, like I've been saying. So he killed something we can bring back, right? Does he have a 5 in his graveyard? He does. So we're going to play this unit, and we have a Necromancy. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3 units. We've got room for one more then, because we're going to discard the Tome. As unfortunate as that is, we're going to discard it. 1 unit. We're not going to... I guess we do have to bring... We have to bring something back, so we'll just do the Necromancy. Bring back this.
A witch's best friend is a pig.
More points, hopefully. We'll just see. Like, we are up quite a bit, and he has no Ragus Reborn, right? It's the one we're thinking of. Yeah, Reborn. He doesn't have it. So we should get a lot of points here. Even without our key card in Triss Meteor Shower. Even without it, it should be pretty okay. So we do this.
You're one sexy witch, and I'm
At this
here,
point, we're
please.
probably sure he doesn't have a... Whoops, I meant to click the 4 position Garkin, but whatever. At this point, probably doesn't have an Oriana, so the Drowner's just gonna not do much. So he has an opportunity to come back here. Let's see what he's got. Maxi's a pretty bad play. That's good that he has that.
Your magic.
So I guess we just Drowner and move one of these things ranged. We took a whole bunch more bleeding than we had to because we're holding on to this for Oriana. But it's worth it because Oriana would have won him the game if he had it. And that's GG. We just have way too many points for him, despite having a really awkward hand with some dead cards. So that's the deck, guys. It worked pretty well. See, what did we run into? Yeah, it just worked pretty well. I'm sorry there's so many Renfri decks, but I mean, I'd like to show games without Renfri decks in them, but I'd have to play like more than twice as many games just to do that. So sorry if we keep ranked the same opponents, but as far as the deck, it did pretty well. Meteor Shower is really good. You saw that one game where we got like 40 points off of her. It's just not super consistent, so that's the thing. Like, whereas like Triss Butterflies fits really well to draw our key units, especially if you want to operate around one. So I think cutting the Heat Wave for Butterflies, or would Butterflies is a little better than Decree. It depends. You could Butterflies or Decree here. Butterflies has the advantage in that it lets you put a Selfeater into your hand, so you can do the operator on it if you already have the operator, whereas Decree plays the unit. So like, it's up to you which one of these you prefer. Let's put in Decree for a placeholder, and then I'd bump probably this Drowner to Bearification to deal with scenarios, but honestly, scenarios don't seem to be a thing. It's just the Renfri everywhere. But this Decree makes it more consistent to get the Ehorax, so I think I like this a little better. I think I like this as a option here. Maybe not Verification. You could do like what's another removal card? You could do Maxi. It's not bad. But you can like pick a 5 here. It's not bad. But yeah, so this is the deck. You could also take out Meteor Shower, by the way. You could run like a Yaga. You could use the provisions for more control. You could use the provisions for whatever you want, really. So that's just worth mentioning. I just like Triss Meteor Shower quite a bit. You can see she has a lot of potential. But overall, the deck performed pretty well. I'm going to exit without saving real quick so I don't share the wrong link. The link to the updated deck. But yeah, so the deck overall did pretty well. Really like the Ehorax. I think I'm definitely going to add Decree to the deck so this is more consistent. But I do like that. And Triss Meteor Shower, really worth the points or provisions sometimes. Overall, deck did pretty well. It struggles versus Onslaught Renfri, the pirate one, because they have too much control and you can't do anything. So that's just the one matchup to watch out for, is that one's really bad, in my experience at least. But other than that, it does pretty well. You do have the Squirrel and Heatwave to deal with the Scratch-A-Lot decks. It's not an easy game, and you kind of need the Heatwave, but if you can banish stuff, you should be okay there. Like, you can outpoint their round 3 if they've only got one Scratch-A-Lot. You can banish the, what's it called? The Crochet. If you can banish the Crochet, you can outpoint their round 3. Or if they just only have like one Scratch-A-Lot, you can kind of outpoint them. Depends. It's a rough matchup. But yeah, so that one's kind of difficult. But overall, the deck did pretty well. I like it. It's kind of one of the few decks that doesn't use Renfri that can kind of win. So, you know, that's always a plus. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know if there's any things you'd change to it. And we'll be back next time with another deck. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.